All right, guys, check this out. Something a little bit different. It's a 82, I believe, El Camino. Car's pretty clean, super clean actually. Got some nice stuff on it. It is a carbureted LS, which is a bit oddball. But we're gonna sort through some carb issues with this thing, and hopefully we can get the car a little bit more reliable for them. So check it out. Alright, here's this El Camino. Thing is, like I said, it's pretty clean. It does have a carbureted LS in it. I really don't know much about the engine combination. I know it's got a small camshaft, but he said it wasn't very big. Quick fuel, I think it's a 650 on it. He's got the choke all torn apart. MSD running the ignition system yet. Just pump gas thing. I think it's around 10-1 if I remember correctly. Nothing crazy. So he's had some issues with drivability. It runs okay for a while, and then it'll kill a set of plugs. That kind of deal has really been the problem. He hasn't been able to just use the car because it's been hasn't been reliable for him, which is unfortunate. So hopefully we can do something with that. But yeah, you know, it's your old Elco. It's in, like I said, it's in decent shape, kind of deal. So. Definitely cool car. Excited to see what this LS makes on this carburetor. I wish I knew specifically what cam is in it. He will tell me, I'm sure, if I ask. I just haven't. But yeah, definitely don't see too many LSs with carburetors on them. I'm intrigued. We'll see how it performs. It is a dual plane intake manifold. If you're familiar with carbureted stuff, usually they're open plenum or dual plane. This is a dual plane, which fits his small camshaft application well. The advertised RPM range on this manifold, I believe, is to 6,500. They're usually, the dual plane stuff is usually 15 to 65 in the air gap, which is, I don't know if this is, you can't really call this an air gap because of how the LS is built, but it's a performer RPM either way. So I think that's a 1,500 to 6,500 RPM is what they advertise that at. So, but yeah, gonna dive right into this thing, see if I can get some, what we can learn on the drivability stuff, if it's a little rich in cruise or what's going on, if we got to make some power valve changes, etc. So gonna dive right into this. All right, after the first hit, it was super lean. It's down here, it's 13.1. Up top, when I lifted at 5,500, it was 14.1. It made, what did it make? 255, 250. So, gonna make a jet change and try to Alright, just wrapped up with El Camino. Made 312 horsepower, 275 foot-pounds of torque. Had to make a couple jet changes to get the wideband back to where it was, or well, the air fuel back where it was happy. Like I said in the beginning, it was like mid-14s when we started, which is just crazy lean. So up the jet quite a bit. Got it down to mid-12s for AFR where we want. And yeah, did okay. Turned at 6100 mid-peak power at 6075. I turned at 62 the pass before and it didn't make any difference. So yeah, that's where she is. Pretty happy. So all in all, full throttle stuff. It runs about like you'd expect an NALS to run, even with, you know, like I said, the carbureted EFI stuff. The biggest advantage there, I feel, is really in the intake manifold design. But this combo's definitely working okay for what it is. So have a couple little tuning issues at cruise. We can't pull enough fuel out of it at cruise, but aside from that, she's happy. We're gonna send it out the door and get ready for the next one.